The print circulation of the World Tribune has shown a 40% decline in the past 2 years. However, the traffic on the newspaper's website has increased by 30% during the same period. The website contains many news sections and blogs that are not featured in the print newspaper, but are the most read pages of the website. Therefore, to maintain its profits, the newspaper has decided to discontinue its still profitable print edition and to introduce more content on the website that is similar to the exclusive content on the most read pages of the website. Which one of the following is an assumption on which the decision of the World Tribune depends? Astragalus linifolius, a rare plant species that is found only in the Colorado region of the United States, reproduces when a pollinating agent like a fly or a bee carries the pollen grain from the male part of one plant to the female part of another plant of the same species. To maintain the population of this species, the use of pesticides that control grasshoppers should be banned in this region. These pesticides also often result in significant mortality among the bombilius flies that are the most important pollinating agents of A. linifolius. Which one of the following, if true, most strengthens the argument? In the 1920s, surveys of factory workers who painted watch dials with luminous paint found an alarming incidence of anemia, loss of teeth, bone fractures, and death from cancer. This paint contained radium, a radioactive element. As a result, the industrial use of radioactive luminous paint was completely stopped by 1960. However, radium stays active for hundreds of years. Therefore, those watch collectors who own watches that have luminous dials and were made before 1960 should either bury these watches in the ground or store them in thick lead boxes to protect themselves and the people around them from anemia, loss of teeth, bone fractures, and death from cancer. Which one of the following, if true, least strengthens the argument above? A test that examines people on their memory capacity for spatial layouts has placed Jason in the top 1 percentile of all test takers. We can conclude from this that his memory capacity for things that do not involve spatial layouts will be below average. The conclusion follows logically if which one of the following is assumed. This year, the cotton crop in Alabama has been attacked by a new hardy variety of bollworm that is resistant to all known pesticides. Due to this, the cotton production of the state has declined by 40% this year. Since this bollworm variety reproduces rapidly, it is likely to spread through all cotton producing states of the United States by the next year, and therefore, we can expect a decline of at least 40% in the amount of cotton produced in the country next year. Which one of the following, if true, most weakens the argument? A study of young and middle aged men in the United States has found that the men whose diet was high in saturated fat also had a high amount of blood cholesterol. In another experiment, when the blood cholesterol level of laboratory rabbits was raised by feeding them exclusively on cholesterol, fat deposits formed in their blood vessels. Similar fat deposits are found in human patients of heart disease. Therefore, to reduce the occurrence of heart disease, people should reduce their dietary consumption of saturated fat. Each of the following, if true, weakens the above argument, except Chief Executive Officer of Known Industries. All competitors of our company are only concerned with increasing their profits and do not bother about the environmental degradation that their product manufacturing process causes. In contrast, we have got our product manufacturing process audited for its environmental impact by Green Org, a reputed international agency that monitors industrial pollution. So when our customers choose to buy from us, they can be sure that they are buying from an environmentally responsible company. The answer to which one of the following questions would be most useful in evaluating the truth of the conclusion drawn by the Chief Executive Officer.
Lecture, there are many benefits to connecting everyday objects like cars and home appliances to the internet to enable their owners to manage them remotely. But beware of doing so. With the rising number and variety of devices connected to it, the internet is becoming more complex and consequently more prone to security breaches by hackers. The consequences of a security breach are much graver with an internet-connected car or home appliance than with an internet-connected computer, and might even include a risk to the life of the owner of these objects. Which one of the following most accurately expresses the main conclusion of the lecturer's argument? Movies that contain persistent violence are usually given R rating. R-rated movies can be viewed in a theater by a child or an under 17 adolescent only in the company of a parent or an adult guardian. Mr. Smith and Mr. Green are two directors whose every movie has been given an R rating, while only some of Ms. Abbott's movies are R-rated. Which one of the following logically follows from the statements above, if they are true? A metropolitan area that has a population of more than 10 million and a population density of more than 2,000 people per square kilometer is termed a megacity. Among the metropolitan areas of the United States, X and Z are megacities, but Y is not. If the statements above are true, each of the following statements must also be true, except